Hi everyone, it's David from HSS Images. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer from here in Melbourne, Australia. What I wanted to talk to you today is about a solution for shooting HSS with the Sony system cameras. I've just found a solution today. I actually recently did a course with Jason Lanier, and he also showed me how this worked with a similar system. So I thought I'd introduce you to Susie. She's going to be the model for today. And basically what I'm going to try and do is overpower the sun using this system, and I'll take you through what I've got very soon. So keep watching. Okay, so the system I'm going to be using this time is I'm going to be using the Phottix system. There is a menu system that you actually have to press to actually get this to work, and I'll talk about that. So I've got the Phottix transmitter here, and on the light unit over there, which I'll show you soon, I've got the receiver. So the thing that's critical about this is it has to have, I think it's called OD5, which is an update that you can get for the Phottix system if you load the latest firmware. And to access that menu, you have to press the mode dial and the plus key. Once you do that, you get a setting from 0 to 5 that you can set the amount of banding that goes on the top and the bottom. 0 shows banding and 5 shows banding. I set it about midway and the banding disappeared. So it worked fine at that setting. Once you have that setting done, you can just leave it for the rest of the time that you're using that light. The thing that I've noted is that you can only work one-to-one with this unit that I'm using. I am getting Pixel King, a transmitter and a receiver, so I'm not sure whether that will change it and you might be able to alter the flash power. But at this stage it will only work with one-to-one. But I can go up to 8,000th of a second, which means I can overpower the sun, etc. So it does break that 200th of a second limit. The beauty is then I can overpower the sun and do things like that. Obviously if the power is too strong, well then you'd have to move the flash away or increase your aperture, because increasing aperture will make the flash part of your exposure darker or lighter. So I'll show you now the unit that I'm using, and then we'll take a couple of photos. Okay, so the unit that I'm using is the Jimbai. This is the HD 6000. The US version of this would be the Flash Pro HD 6000. They're exactly the same. They're a battery operated unit. You get about 600 flashes apparently on full power. I have bought a spare battery, but it should last me then the whole day. Basically, all you can see here is I've got the Odin receiver plugged in, and it's connected by the sync port into the sync on the back of the unit. That enables me to get the high-speed sync. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a couple of shots and I'll show you what the difference is and that it does actually work. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I'd show you two separate exposures. I'll just do a normal exposure without the unit being on, and then I'll take another one and overpower the sun to make it very dark, and the flash should just be able to light up the subject. I'm not too worried about exposure or anything at this stage. It's only for the demo to show you. So what I'll do first, I'm going to take a normal shot. I might put it on A just to... Alright, so it's on 3.5, 3/20th of a second, ISO 100. So that's my normal shot. Now I'm going to use the unit itself, so I'm going to turn the unit on. And I'm going to go to manual. And I'm going to go to, this time, 8,000th of a second at 3.5. And I'll take a shot, and then we'll have a look at what the result is. Okay, so I hope you like what you just saw. The only issue I can see is that you are working from one-to-one, but obviously you could move your flash forward or back depending on how the exposure is, or even adjust your aperture. At least it does give you that option of going past 1/25th of a second. It'll be interesting to see when I get the new transmitter and receiver to see if it gives me any more options to control the output of the flashes. But if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and hopefully you'll like my page so that you can see upcoming videos, and I'll talk to you again soon.